So
green
how
heaven
do you
marketing is all about.
differentiate it from the existing branded marketing, how do you call that? Branded marketing technique. There is a blue ocean, and then somebody came up with green ocean, and then probably there is a purple ocean. How is it differentiated from your green heaven marketing?
Ang green heaven kasi practically is marketing a miracle.
Marketing a miracle.
It's marketing a miracle. Well, your product needs to be a miracle for it to be qualified as a green heaven product. Kasi kung ordinary lang yan, madaling ma-commoditize. And we teach people how not to commoditize their products by using the green heaven techniques.
Right, right.
Meron yan eh. But of course, we will not discuss this now. They will have to pay us for that.
Oh, really? So can I actually make money from that also?
Yeah, oo naman.
How much is my commission?
Ayun, magandang usapan yan after the show.
Okay, what inspires you to think?
Differently.
No, I mean, yeah, differently. Because I have been following you. We have always been in contact.
Oo.
And it seems to me like you are thinking so differently that sometimes people misunderstand you.
Well, I get a lot of misunderstanding and misinterpretations along the way.
So what inspires you to think differently? I mean,
well, in the world that we are in right now, you cannot help but think differently, because if you think the same way that the others do, what other offerings do you have?
Right, right.
What unique marketing proposition do you have? You will not have a unique marketing proposition. That's why they will not get you.
How does it feel being misunderstood?
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
Well, most of the time, it's great. It's great. Why? Eh kasi, syempre, ikaw lang nag-iisip ng pag ganun eh, di ba? So, it's great that when you get to explain yourself to people, and people say, ay, oo nga, ano?
Right.
Sarap ng feeling.
What about in chances where you cannot actually explain yourself?
Well, that's a different take. Iba eh. Syempre, pagka narinig lang nila yung concept, tapos hindi mo na-explain, sasabihin nila, baliw ka.
Right.
Oo.
Are you?
Well, my genius is right there in the borderline of
right. In the borderline of
insanity
the crazy,
and creativity.
Okay, insanity and creativity.
Right.
What's the best thing about evangelizing using a different technique?
People get to listen. The audience is really not confined to just kids. Can you imagine 200 pastors listening to the Gospel Yo-Yo Man? And one of the pastors, one among those, even got teary-eyed.
Right.
Kasi naman, ang take niya is, he wants to resign already as a pastor.
Right.
And when I challenge them that if God can use a yo-yo, He can use you.
Right, exactly.
And the pastor stopped.
Do you think this is the best time for our church leaders to actually think of something unique or somehow attractive in order for them to really communicate the gospel?
Well, a lot
interesting.
A lot of things are happening in church right now that's very, very good. For example, and then they're presenting themselves as a Green Heaven service already.
Really, without them knowing that they are?
Without them knowing it. Can you imagine example? For example, a church in a mall 30 years ago.
Church in a mall. That means SM Mall.
Or
Robinsons or Glorieta.
Right.
And many others.
Many others.
Yeah. No, nobody thought about that. I mean.
Well, a lot of people say, is there such a thing?
Right.
A church in a mall. But you can see right now, there are churches inside malls right now.
Right. So Green Heaven marketing is about finding that uniqueness.
Yes.
And then capitalizing on it.
Yes.
In such a way that
people will be amazed.
People will be amazed, and therefore you can sell whatever you want to sell.
Yes, they will be converted into a business evangelist like Lloyd Luna.
Wow, okay. And the yo-yo evangelist, Cornel Bonco. Let's talk about you being the unlearning chief.
The unlearning chief.
Yeah.
Right.
Why unlearning chief?
Well, a lot of the things that are floating, ideas floating right now, I challenge. Di ba usapan natin noon, there's this big marketing campaign about an environmental day or R. You remember that?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
And we laugh about it. Simply because I don't believe
Right.
that about that R.
So what you do is you dismantle me, disarm me, so you can arm me
I
again.
question things, paradigms that are taken by people at heart.
Right.
So when they question these paradigms, they open a space for a new kind of thinking to come in. And when that happens, well, it expands. The way they think expands.
Yeah. The next question would be somehow irrelevant and immaterial without discussion. But I'm thinking, what does your family think about you being crazy?
Well,
I mean, do they know that?
they enjoy. They enjoy my
Do they know that you're insane? I mean,
Yes.
in terms of.
Yes. My kids enjoy my craziness, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
And well, your parents must be so proud.
My parents, sometimes they view some of the stuff that we do on TV, and they're amazed.
They are amazed.
They're amazed.
How did you do that? I mean,
What are you doing on TV? That's the question.
what are you saying? Where is it coming from? Where are
What
they
is-
coming from?
Right. When I guess and I discuss some of the things that are very, very unique that we offer to companies like the Filipino secrets, leadership secrets from the Philippine national anthem,
Right.
and the leadership secrets from the yo-yo, they ask, is there such a thing?
Right, exactly. And you're also known to actually advocate Filipino leadership.
Yes.
Things that are Filipinos.
Very Philippine.
Filipinos are very Filipino.
Oh.
And how do you get that message across? I mean, we are bombarded with Western teachings on leadership and sales and marketing, and now here you come just presenting something that is already here.
Yes.
You don't even have to travel miles,
Right.
thousands of miles, in order for you to learn.
Right, and some people are amazed that it has been there for the longest time, like the concept of the suki.
Okay, what is the concept of that suki?
Suki kasi, di ba, when you have a suki, it means something very special. It means loyalty. It means that you develop a very, very special relationship with the suki, so-called suki.
So we already have it,
Meron na eh.
even before customer relations seminar from the West
Right,
actually got in here.
right. Eh, dati nga pag bumili ka, di ba, 1 kilo ng karne, kasama na yung pansigang.
Ah, talaga ba?
Oo.
Sorry, hindi ako
Hindi mo inabot yun.
Hindi ako namamalengke,
Oo.
or hindi ko inabot yun.
Hindi mo inabot yun. Kasi ako mahilig magbasa eh. History.
Right. Where do you learn? You're the unlearning chief.
Where do I learn? I observe.
You observe.
It comes from terrible observations of terrible people and terrible concepts.
Right. Well, everything seems to be terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah. And that makes you terrible.
Well,
that makes you a terrible teacher also.
well, yes, in a sense, because when I question certain paradigms, mindsets, people get questions that they could not answer at times.
Right. What happens after that?
Well, when that happens, yun nga, sabi ko nga, it opens the mind to a new level of thinking.
Okay. What's the next thing that you're going to do if you're not Colonel Bonko that you are today? When we get back, ladies and gentlemen, the president of Denson Company International and Firenet.org will be here with us. Wow, 11 years of doing something. What if that's something that actually made him a successful guy? We'll be right back.